Hello, Ignacy Portal Games and Ignacy Stronghold Undead Kickstarter campaign. This is the video with the update about the Kickstarter campaign. We are 3 days into campaign, so I wanted to give feedback, to give my opinion about what happened, what we can achieve together. And this will be, spoiler alert, quite unusual update, but we will see what will happen in upcoming minutes. First of all, I have a printed list of all the most common questions, the most frequent questions. I wanted to address them here in this update. So first question, when the rulebook will be posted? Of course, a very important thing, we will update a rulebook and we will post a rulebook today. So as you are watching this video, the rulebook is probably already online, but few words of the comments about this rulebook. As you will see, this is a very early draft version of the rulebook. It is without the artwork, without the layout, without any DTP work. It is just the flat basic text of the rulebook. And this is because this game is in the development, because this is Kickstarter, this is the game that we are still working on. And in fact, the file that you received on this page is the first version. We hope it is good. We hope you will find it easy to understand. As we send it to reviewers when they were recording preview videos, they gave us feedback. The rulebook is quite easy to understand and they had no big problems recording videos. First playing the game, playing Stronghold Undead, and then recording videos. So I hope you will enjoy reading this rulebook. And what's more, we encourage you to go to the special link that goes to the Board Game Geek website and leave us a comment on the rulebook, which section we can improve, which section is unclear. Like, this is the game that with this Kickstarter we are doing together, creating it together. So here is our first version of the rulebook, and now we wait for your feedback, what we can improve, what we can make better, more easy to understand. And then when the text will be finished, the text will be sent to the DTP department and they will do all the layout and artwork and examples, etc, etc. But now the first version of the rulebook is online. Thank you for all your comments. We will post about that. There is many questions about the local editions of the game. With the many fans from the Italy, greetings Italy. I was many times in Italy for the game conventions in Modena. Most often I have only great memories and super awesome fans and people. So I guess some of them are the people who are asking for the Italian version of the game. We have a very successful releases in Italy for Detective, for the Imperial Settlers. Pendragon Studio is our partner for Italy. Uplay is doing Robinson Crusoe in Italy. So Italy is a country that we are working with for a long time. The question if there will be Italian version of the Stronghold Undead, or if there will be a French version of Stronghold Undead, if there will be a Spanish version of Stronghold Undead, it is not exactly in our decision. Like, this is a decision that the local partners will do. We hope that Yellow or Matagot or different partner will do translation for French. We hope that Pendragon or Uplay or different Italian publisher will pick up this game for the French, for the Italian market. We hope that Mandito, our partner for Spain, will do a Spanish edition, but we cannot assure you. We are releasing English edition and we are doing a Polish edition because we live in Poland, so we have a Polish distribution. But for all other countries, it depends on the partners, it depends on the companies. Like I mentioned Manditos, or I mentioned the Pendragon Studios. So you have to contact them, you have to make a buzz, you have to make a hype in your local game forums, you have to ask them to, hey, please translate this amazing game into our local language, and then we will see what will happen. For sure, this Kickstarter edition, this Kickstarter campaign is done for English, for German and for Polish editions, and this is what we can promise, because these editions we are printing by ourselves. For all others, we appreciate your feedback, we appreciate your questions, but we have no clue. It depends on our partners. There's many questions which makes me smile a little bit. There's many questions you debating if there should be meeples with the bows, like in the first edition of the Stronghold, or like rifles like we have in the Undead. Of course, I decided that we will have rifles because this is the game set in the world of Monaster. This is the world I created many years with Michael Oracz. And this is the game that takes place in a world when there is a powder, when you can actually shoot. and you're fighting the dark demons and undeads and also etc. But you are not using bows anymore, you're not using crossbows anymore, you are using rifles and pistols. And this is the word we designed and we developed. But this is the Kickstarter, this is the game for you, not for me. We are designing this game for you. So we decided here in the company that we will do a poll, a Facebook poll. So you will find in our update, here in the update, the link to our Facebook page, and you can then take part in this poll and decide if you prefer bows or you prefer rifles. I do prefer rifles. I will do one vote that I prefer rifles because this is the word I designed. In this game, on the towers, in the towers, we are building cannons. So if there is a chance for the humans to defend the castle and to build the cannons, for me it's very awkward and very strange that we have a cannons but we still use the arrows and bows. Like, it doesn't match for me. But this is a game for you, so if you find it interesting and you prefer to have cannons, but then no problem with the bows because you prefer the meeples with the bows, you will have a bow. So we will see what the majority of the backers will prefer, and we will respect the democratic, I would say, choice. So this is the game for you, not for me. And please visit our poll and take a vote. Bows or rifles? My vote goes for the rifles. Last few days we had a surprise for you. We had an unexpected reveal of the deluxe version of the game. After the campaign started, we always wanted to have some surprises for you. There will be more surprises along the way in upcoming days. But this one released on Friday afternoon was deluxe version of Stronghold Undead. And of course there was so many questions. What's the difference? How do they differ from the Kickstarter edition? As we show it on the infographic, on the artwork on the page, they differ with the special printing on the meeples. It is called heat printing. This is correct. Heat transfer, and that means that each miniature will have a small, awesome looking picture printed on them. It is a quite expensive process to print on every single meeple such a small picture, but the quality of this process is very high, and these meeples look amazing. And we had samples in our offices. So if you go for the deluxe version, if you go for this more fancy, amazing looking version, you will get all the meeples in the game, and it is more than 140 different meeples. All of them will have this heat transfer printed on them, so they look like a real humans, and you can see the eyes and the nose and everything. So it is absolutely stunning. Besides that, these versions don't differ. This is the same board, the same card, the same tokens. It just costs additional money to print this, do this heat transfer, and that's why it is called deluxe, because it costs a little bit more, but all these meeples will be smiling to you. And one more thing about the deluxe pledge. I saw many comments with you asking us, will it be possible to upgrade to deluxe version in the pledge manager later in the campaign, and if I upgrade, will I lose early bird? First of all, if you upgrade, if you do anything with your pledge, as long as you are not cancelling the pledge, as long as you are just updating it, modifying, changing, your early bird status will be intact and nothing will happen. You will get this early bird bonus, so don't worry. And yes, in the pledge manager you will be able to change your pledge from the $5 to $65, from $65 to $75. You will be able to add add-ons that we will show you in upcoming days, and so you will be able to do anything you want in a pledge manager, changing your pledge, and as long as you're not canceling, nothing wrong will happen with you. So today we announced first of add-ons for the campaign, and spoiler alert, yes, we have more. We have absolutely amazing ideas for additional fancy, crazy, insane, awesome content for you, that for sure it is not part of the regular version of the game. It is not part of the game, but we know we are geeks, so we know that some of us prefer to have this super awesome, amazing, full-blown edition of the game. And even though some of these components are ridiculously crazy, we know that some of us, you and me, love to have them in the collection. So yes, we will have some add-ons revealed each day. One add-on, and today we just revealed the playing mat for Stronghold Undead, and this will be like a huge, bigger than regular board. Like, we get insane because we are insane. So instead of playing on your regular cardboard board, you will have this large, amazing play mat done very professionally, and on this play mat you will have a different illustration. So the sections of the board, the mechanism of the board, the wall sections, paths, traps, all the mechanism are of course the same because it's the same game. But the artwork that you can see, all these catapults and the buildings in the castle and the forest and some people walking, all of them are completely new. It is a brand new illustration that we asked to create. So if you prefer to have this absolutely amazing experience playing on this big, large, amazing playmat with this unique artwork, we have it for you. We have it covered. This is one of the first add-ons that we offer in this campaign, and as I promised, there will be more. If you want to get absolutely stunning, we have it covered for you. And now in this part of this update, I'm going to complain on you. This is not the usual strategy in the Kickstarters. In most Kickstarters, as far as I know, creators don't complain on backers, but I am not the usual Kickstarter creator, and I'm so passionate about the game I design, I'm so passionate about this project that some of the comments made me very sad, and I wanted to communicate it. I wanted to be very transparent with you. I wanted to say very openly what I think and how I feel, and this is part of the very unusual update for the Kickstarter, but here we are. The thing that made me sad, really sad this weekend, was reading a ton of comments. I have them printed. There's so many comments about that part, about the meeples and the screen printing on the meeples, and if this screen printing will be on both sides or only on one side. And there's so many of you discussing this topic, and he is a queer chameleon. I would also like to know if the printing is on both sides. If not, in my opinion, it is worthless. And Hirugiano, I need to know if the printing is double-sided, not interested in a one-side printing. And Carolina, the same. It is so weak and disappointing if only on one side. So there's lots of people complaining, already complaining, and saying that these miniatures, these meeples have to be printed on both sides, otherwise it is stupid and it makes no absolutely sense. Then there's the other people, like I have it printed here, for example, Diego Rodriguez, who is saying, I personally don't like two fronts. If I'm invader, I want to see my units advancing, not looking back. And he is properly right, because if all of us saw, for example, Michael Jackson's moonwalk and going backwards, like that would look like that. If you have your meeple and you see his face and he's going forward, it is like going backwards. It makes no sense whatsoever. So there is basically quite a argument in the internet, the comment sections, between the fans who want to have it on two sides. So you will have the vampire having face on front of him, and then on back of his hand he will have a face as well, because I don't know why. Some of you says it is stupid, we don't want to have it on both sides, it will look ridiculous. And there's this ongoing argument, and why I wanted to address it. One, I wanted to comment why it makes me sad, because my dear backers, my dear supporters, I spent on this game months of work. It was almost a year of work back then in 2010, and then here when we are working for you for this campaign, this once again months of redeveloping the project, of rebalancing the cards, rebalancing expansions, creating these new ideas like this early backer sponsor, like just announced the new generals for the campaign, creating all these new ideas, how we can give more choices for the invader, how we can make more choices for the defender, all this hospital, new building, new abilities for the defender. So I'm living this game, I'm living this design challenge, this absolutely engaging thematic board game, and I see in the comment that nobody is discussing how does the dragon expansion works. I would like to know, Ignacy, what you designed. How does the council works? Ignacy, can you tell us more what we just unlocked, and how the council will give new strategies for the defender, how they work? We are interested. Nobody is asking, can we see the double-sided board, what's the difference, how they work differently, what different strategies I will have in play using that. All I see is that you are debating if this stupid meeple has two-sided printing. Like, for me as a designer, for me as a creator, for the person who spent so much time creating amazing game for you, reading in the comments that all that interests you is just wooden dude, is quite disappointing. I'm very sad. I was expecting a discussion about the project, discussion about the new ideas for the stretch goals, and all I see is you just debating if the vampire has the face in front of him or at the back of him, and can I kill the vampire if I see his face on both sides? Like, this is not what I was expecting. So before the campaign started, in the draft page, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago when we had a draft page, I posted this article, what we expect from this campaign. It was very honest, very transparent way of me saying what we have planned for this campaign and what we expect from this campaign. And in this article, I wrote that I cannot wait to work with you to create new content for this game, to get motivated, to get ideas in the comments. Hey Ignacy, what about this? Hey Ignacy, can you design this? Hey Ignacy, I played Stronghold, the old edition, and I really like this element. Can we introduce this into end? Like, I expect a discussion and brainstorming and debating about the game. And I see that the screen printing on both sides is the most important, that you are buying this game only for this screen printing. So please, if I can give like a manifesto, like my request, like, let's discuss about the game. Let's discuss about what we can do for you to have the better experience in terms of the gameplay, choices, strategy, and not if the vampire has a face on two sides. Like, this is lame. This is me being very honest. This is me complaining on the backers. This is a very unusual thing in this era. But I felt I want to be transparent and I want to be very honest. Please, let's change the narration in these comments. Let's discuss about the game. Give me your ideas for what we can improve in this game in terms of the gameplay, because this is what drives me. Thank you for watching this amazing update. Stay tuned. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for support. Please don't feel offended. I didn't want to offend you. I didn't want to disrespect you. I just wanted to be very open how I read the comment sections these days. Please support us. Please tell about this campaign all other people, because we do have new amazing content to unlock, and hopefully with the change of generation we will have great ideas from you for me to design more and more, because I'm ready for you to design new content for the game. Just give me some ideas. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.